My name is Mark Porter. I'm the division manager of the testing division at Yamaha. We showed you this new model, Roadstar Warrior, in June at the dealer show, and I'd like to share some more information with you about this new model. I'm very, very excited about it. What I like in my motorcycles is I like sport bikes and I like cruisers. I like the sport bikes that handle well, and I like the cruisers because of the power character. What we've done with this Roadstar Warrior is combine both of those. We have a very good power character with the V-twin air-cooled engine, very large engine, and we have the sport bike handling as you would see on an R1 or that type of sport bike. What's amazing to me is the development process we went through with the Warrior. We started out with a Roadstar engine and we tried to increase the performance as much as we could. We have the largest V-twin air-cooled pushrod engine available in the market at 1,670 cc's. That equals 102 cubic inches. And there's a number of changes, and we start with the cylinder heads. Completely different cylinder heads. We had to change the rocker arm ratio inside here. We had to change the ports to get higher velocity flows so we can get performance at the higher RPM that we wanted. The cylinders are of course different. They're larger bore by 2 millimeters. They went from a 95 to a 97 millimeter bore. The camshafts are different. The ignition timing of course is different. The fuel injection system on the new Roadstar Warrior is a dual throttle body fuel injection system. It's a very sophisticated fuel injection system for a motorcycle, which of course increases performance, makes it a more rideable machine. Also, we have R1 type forks. You can see they're upside down components. That gives us very rigid handling. We have R1 type brakes, the caliper and the disc itself. We'll go back to the back of the vehicle, the sport bike tire. You can see from the rear here, this tire is wide. Some of the other companies tend to use double shocks because it's easier for layout reasons. We use a single shock for the purpose of simplicity of design, lightweight, and overall function, and center of gravity. Moves everything down low so the thing will handle nicely from turn to turn. The first thing you'll notice when you ride this bike is the cornering clearance. It's roughly 6 degrees more lean angle than you get with any other cruiser available out there today. Also, we have an aluminum frame. It's all aluminum. We lost 60 pounds of weight versus a Roadstar, which is quite remarkable. And the other V-twin cruisers in the market are over 100 pounds heavier than this model. So that in itself is pretty amazing. And that just shows you that our tendency was more towards sport bike handling with good cornering clearance, a rigid chassis. The chassis is roughly 40% more rigid than the current Roadstar. The swing arm is roughly 40% more rigid than a Roadstar. So that in itself is pretty amazing. With any performance motorcycle, the riding position that you have is very critical to how you launch the motorcycle or how you accelerate from the stop sign. And what we've done with this position is we've tended to move the body more forward and allowing the rider to launch from a stop sign a lot easier than you would on a normal type of cruiser. Air-cooled engines are very, very easy to modify and very easy to understand how to modify. Also, one of the biggest things about it, look, no radiator. Weight was very critical for us, and as we talked about earlier, lightweight was very, very important. But we didn't forget the customizer. The customizer likes to have steel components, so they're easily modified. It gives it better freedom of painting options, and we've done that with fenders, fuel tank, all the components the customizer would work with. Those have been steel, so we can modify them easily. As with all Yamaha Star models, we're going to have a full line of accessories for this model available when the model is released. At the same time, we're doing something very special. We're making a competition-only kit for this model. It increases the horsepower another 20%. It decreases your quarter-mile time 0.9 tenths of a second to a full second. And in that kit, there's a number of components that are pretty neat, they're pretty special the way they're made. We have different pistons, ignition, timing. We have a different exhaust system. We have different settings for the fuel injection. There's a number of components inside of this kit that make it the perfect model for the AMA Pro Star Hot Rod Cruiser class. It's a perfect fit for this class, and I hope you guys get out there and kick butt in that class. What we've done with this model is we have a very balanced package of the best of all available components. We have the best performance characteristic. We have the best handling of any cruiser with the aluminum chassis, the lightweight, the great cornering clearance. We have the best suspension components with R1 type technologies, the best tires and traction, and all of these together give us the very well balanced machine. It gives the best of all worlds for one total machine.